that Kenyans should now brace for hard economic times ahead, following a decision by the government to implement tax proposals on petroleum products starting today. Now, a spot check by KTN News confirmed that the matatu operators have indeed met good their threat to hike fares following the decision by government to slap additional taxes on petroleum products starting 1st of September. As our reporter Shadrach Miti reports, those travelling upcountry from Nairobi will now have to cough between 200 shillings and 300 shillings above what they used to pay.
Matatu industry is an integral part of Kenya's economy. Mobility of people and goods depend on it. Yet, the directive by the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury, Henry Rotich, followed by this notice from the Kenya Revenue Authority notifying the public that effective September 1st, new VAT taxes will be imposed on all petroleum products, has impacted negatively on the industry, forcing operators to hike the fares.
Nimekuwa surprised kama nimefika kwa booking station wananiambia nalipa 1,200 na kila mara nikikuja nikirudi huwa narudi na 1,000.
Abiria wanaenda kula mandazi ovyo ovyo kwa barabara na chips. Wachunge sana usije ukaachwa kabla ufike nyumbani. Sababu wakati wote mafuta ikipanda unajua hiyo fare itapanda automatically.
So ningependa Bwana Rotich aitwe Parliament Committee aulizwe maswali. Ye ana nguvu gani kuliko parliament? Na hiyo pia ningependa kuuliza pia Bwana Speaker.
Passengers traveling from Nairobi to Kisumu will now have to dig deeper in their pockets and pay an extra 200 shillings. Those heading to Meru from Nairobi have had an upward review of their fares by at least 100 shillings.
Sasa kitabu mtu atoke hapa afike Kisumu, lazima itabidi tuongeze tu ifike 1,500 minimum.
And despite cries by many Kenyans, experts say the new levies are the only major avenue the government can use to generate more funds.
We've got a big deficit already. We have some really big plans that the current government have announced in their Big Four agenda, but that has to be paid for somehow. And these taxes that were being introduced by Mr. Rotich in this year's budget were earmarked for that purpose.
There was a huge confusion on Friday as to whether the government would start charging a value-added tax on petroleum products. Despite Parliament postponing the levy for 2 years, National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Henry Rotich is reported to have dismissed the move by MPs, insisting that VAT on fuel would kick in on Saturday. But as operators and commuters blame CS Rotich for not respecting Parliament, tax experts say the government could be taking advantage of the fact that the Finance Bill 2018 is yet to be signed by the President, without which the postponement would not be valid.
Maybe this was too harsh. Maybe what we could have done was to have a lower rate rather than 16%.
Following those adjustments, a litre of petrol in Nairobi is now retailing at 125 shillings, up from 112 shillings. But should the suspension by the National Assembly be assented to by President Uhuru Kenyatta, the new VAT rates will now take effect on September 1st, 2020. Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury Henry Rotich says imposing new levies on all petroleum products will enhance government's position in collecting more revenues. But consumers are worried that this may result in unnecessary high cost of living. Shadrach Miti, KTN News, Nairobi.